all you want.
National champion in all those like this industry to develop that. But having said that, I mean, the Chinese internet company themselves are not really ready. They are still much behind in those big language models, and also I mean, the lack of computing power. You just don't have the chips to do the computing. So it's very difficult for them to. They probably need to spend a lot of money there. And it devote a lot of energy because the government want them to, and that they have to. But there will be positive news, and so people will be in the near term, because fake news things will be coming up. But to help them, the bottom line, to contribute to the margin of business, I think that is very challenging. We will not be able to. I don't think we'll see anytime soon. So I think over the next few months will be good because there's a lot more positive news. But by the end of the year, when we look at the bottom line, that can be challenging.
So, Roman, are you suggesting maybe it's not best to chase the China AI rally in some ways, or are there parts that you think in terms of, benefits to it that you could still maybe see some, risk reward around that?
I think we have some more way to go on the upside. So because the valuation is still absolutely not demanding, and plus as we just discussed, the sentiment is still pretty low. I mean, I think I will probably want to pick up when they come down. We want to pick up more stock in the third quarter, and but towards the end of the year, especially next year when the end of the year result coming out and so on, and we need to be maybe taking some profit by then. Yeah.
Redmond, thank you so much. Nice to see you. Have a great week ahead. Redmond Wong, market strategist, Greater China at SEC. So just joining us there. Right, just ahead, we'll dig deeper into the luxury market in China, and certainly we'll just sort of broad brush up data that we're getting to slight details first, but that's a sort of big picture there. We'll look at really what technology is also doing to empower brands. We'll be joined by Dusko Collective founder and CEO. Aaron Lau will be joining us a little bit later on the show, Yvonne.
Yeah, before that, we're live at the G20 venue.
Again, I would say think, step, $300 in my bank account as a high schooler to being a multi-millionaire just a few years later. And just saying these words out of my mouth honestly sounds fake, but it's true, and this is my story. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is Matt Parr, and I'm a 22-year-old, and I know that the title of this video sounds unbelievable, but it's the truth, and even though talking about my story here honestly makes me a little bit uncomfortable, I'm still going to share this with you because I think that it can provide a lot of value to people out there who want to level up their lives. I literally went from being depressed, not knowing what I was going to do with my life, and honestly just feeling like giving up on everything, to making millions of dollars, traveling the world in first class, completing bucket list items I've always wanted to do, like dive over 1,000 feet deep in a submarine, and now at this point I literally don't worry about money at all. And on top of that, I've got millions of subscribers on YouTube, play buttons, awards, and I run an education company now with over 7,000 students. Now, my story starts in the year 2000. That's when I was born to a middle-class family in the Midwestern United States. Now, by no means was my family rich, but we weren't poor either. We weren't in poverty or anything. We're a normal middle-class family, and my parents worked hard for both my younger sister and I to grow up and live a decent life. So at a very young age, I was brought up seeing working hard associated with getting money. So I made that connection in my brain early on, but the only way to live a decent, good life is to put in a lot of work and trade time for money. I had a great childhood. I was super creative as a kid. Like, I always write stories to entertain my younger sister and stuff, and everything was great until it wasn't. And I realized that this wasn't going to last forever. This was just a temporary thing, and eventually I was going to have to grow up and get a job just like everybody else did. And I came to this realization when I was in middle school. I kind of had like an existential crisis, wondering like, what's the meaning of this whole thing? Like, I saw my parents, they were working 9-to-5 jobs, and they didn't really seem to love them. They were just doing the best that they could to provide for their family, and I wasn't looking forward to have to go through that as well. Now, I personally never really cared for school whatsoever. As I got older, I actually started to hate it more and more, having to go in and learn about things that I didn't want to learn about and that I didn't feel would benefit me in my life in the future. And like, I would come home from school, I would take my homework, and I would show it to my parents, and I would ask them, are you even using this stuff stuff that I'm learning in your jobs or in your everyday life? And they would tell me, no, but you have to go to school, get good grades, and then that's going to translate into being able to go to a good college, which in turn will allow you to get a job. And it's not like I wanted a job like they had, but honestly, I didn't know of any other options that even existed out there. So at the time, I kind of just figured, I'm going to have to go through with this script that's kind of been laid out for me. It's like someone else wrote the story of my life somewhat, and the story seemed to go like this. I would finish high school, go to college, work little by little to pay off the college debt, buy a house with a mortgage, work my whole life to pay that off as well, then hopefully retire when I'm super old and live the last couple years of my life enjoying what I did with most of my time, and then die. Sounds fun, right? And the reason I'm telling you this is kind of to preface everything that was going on in my life at this time, because I had some major changes coming up that I had no idea were about to happen, but everything changed for me when I was in 5th or 6th grade, I believe. I realized that I could go to the dollar store, which is basically a store here in the United States where you can buy things for $1, where everything in it is $1. So I went to the dollar store and I saw that there was Pop-Tarts for sale for $1, like a whole package of them. And I saw at school they were selling Pop-Tarts at the school lunch line for $1 each. So one package of 5 Pop-Tarts, if I sold all 5, boom, I would make $4 of profit. And so that's exactly what I did. I started selling Pop-Tarts at school at lunch, and over the course of a couple months, I had over $300 saved up. That was the first money that I ever made in my life, and I thought it was awesome. I could literally go to the store and buy something if I wanted to. I felt like I had everything figured out in my life until, of course, some of the teachers at my school shut it down. And I went straight back to not knowing what I was going to do. Now, around that time, also, my sister and I found out about a website called YouTube.com. Now, at the time, we just consumed YouTube, and we would watch videos like prank videos, scary stories, and stunt videos. And while watching those videos, I saw people living their dream lives, being able to travel full-time if they wanted to, do literally whatever they wanted with their life, and I thought that was so cool. So at this point, this kind of infected my mind that this was possible. Success was possible. So at 12 years old, I started my first YouTube channel, and I started uploading just like backyard pranks, stunts, just stuff I was doing with my friends. I would upload it to YouTube, and I'd be lucky if the video got 50 or 100 views. And at that time, I kind of just figured that, maybe those people I was watching on YouTube, maybe they were destined to be successful, and maybe it just wasn't in the cards for me, so I didn't really think much of it. I thought it might just be some fun thing to do. Now fast forward a little bit, by the time I was 14 years old in 2014, at this point, I absolutely hated school with a passion. I dreaded hearing the alarm clock go off every single day super early, and we lived way out in the country, so we had to ride the bus for like an hour just to get to school. And then in school, I'm sitting for hours in the classroom, looking about subjects I literally have no interest in, and at that point, I kind of just zoned out in my life. And I don't know if you guys have ever felt like this, but I kind of became apathetic about everything. I didn't really care about anything too much. And I guess you could say I was depressed at this time as well. And this affected my friendships at school because honestly, I was just kind of zoned out during this time and not paying attention to anything, just kind of like, oh, this is my life, this is the cards I've been dealt, I guess I have to go through with it. And I kind of felt like I had no free will, my whole life was written for me, and because of that, I kind of took my resentment out on the people that I cared about. So this time there was a lot of family conflict as well. I stopped caring about school, so I didn't really get good grades. My parents weren't happy about that. They just wanted what was best for me, and they believed that, getting good grades, going to college would do that. And it was at this point that I knew that time was running out as well. In just a couple years, I was going to be graduating high school, and of course that meant going to college and potentially working a job. And it was at this point that I would spend some time watching YouTube, and this is when my life completely changed. I came across a YouTube channel called Top 5, and whoever is out there running this channel probably has no idea that this is such a pivotal moment in my life. But when I came across this YouTube channel, I saw that the person who's running that channel was literally just creating faceless videos, talking about different cool subjects, scary videos, and stuff like that, and they just uploaded to YouTube, and they did that consistently, and they got millions of views on their videos. Now at this point, I didn't even know how you could make money on YouTube. I didn't know how any of that worked, but I saw them succeeding on YouTube, right? And I thought to myself, if they can do it, why can't I? I got nothing to lose at this point. I'm just going to try it. So I took this really crappy iPhone that I had at the time. The screen was all cracked, and I used the voice recorder, started recording voiceovers, started editing the videos together on my laptop that barely worked. And literally within one day of finding out about that channel, I started my very own YouTube channel. And even though I had no idea where this would lead me in the future, I took a chance. So for a few months, I uploaded videos on my channel with absolutely no results. I was just kind of trying to model what already worked on YouTube, just creating similar stuff. Nothing really seemed to be working at that point. And just another day, just like every other day, I'd wake up, dread going to school, and I checked my YouTube analytics, and I saw that one of my videos got 100,000 views. And at this point, I was ecstatic. I couldn't contain myself. This was one of the first successes that I ever had in my life. And I don't know if you guys have ever felt like this, where you want so badly for something to work, and then it does. And I remember that day showing all my friends on the school bus, and my video got 100,000 views, just bragging about it. And at this point, there was nothing that was going to stop me. I doubled down on YouTube. I started uploading videos every single day on my channel, literally spending every bit of free time that I could on this, even time that wasn't supposed to be free. I was supposed to be working on homework. I basically put school on the back burner at this point and just focused fully on YouTube as much as I possibly could. And I kind of treated YouTube as a video game. So I started taking notes, like what worked, what didn't. Like, oh, this type of title works for this scenario. These types of thumbnails seem to do really well. And I still wasn't making any money at this point until I read this article online about some of the top YouTubers making millions of dollars per year. And some of these people were like my age or even younger than me, and they were making millions of dollars from YouTube. So I looked into this a little bit, and I found that the main way of making money on YouTube is something called the YouTube Partner Program. And this is where you sign up for it, and they will pay you a percentage of the ad revenue that they get from people putting ads on your videos. So I thought that was pretty cool. I signed up for it as soon as I possibly could, and at this point it's like early 2015. And just like that, flipping a light switch, I was making $3,000 per month. This was more than all my friends. This was life-changing money at that age. And of course, I didn't have any expenses either, so I was basically rich. Now my parents and teachers at that point, they thought that was cool. They were happy for me, but they were concerned as well, rightfully so. How long is this going to last? I've never seen something like this before. Now going forward to 2016, I was just working on my YouTube channel nonstop, and as if things couldn't get any better, I had my first video get over 1 million views. Like, that's a proper viral video if you guys are into YouTube, and I was honestly just so happy about that. And at this point, it's very strange to say, but I was making more money than my parents. But things were not as good as they seemed. In fact, I had to spend every waking minute of my life basically focused on YouTube to get these kind of results, and I basically had no social life whatsoever. I didn't have any time to spend with friends. I didn't have any time to play Xbox or video games or anything. Like, literally all my time was consumed in it. And there was still a lot of family conflict because I wasn't focusing on school like my parents wanted me to. Teachers at my school weren't happy. I had to balance YouTube and just doing like the bare minimum not to fail my classes. So I knew this wasn't really sustainable, and even if I became an adult, I would literally not have any life outside of doing this, and I knew that wasn't a life that I wanted to live. So at this point, point, it's kind of humiliating to say, but the only thing I knew about business at this point was from a Dr. Seuss book called The Lorax. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but basically in that book, there's a guy who figures out how to make money selling this thing, and the only way that he scaled it was hiring other people to do the work for him. That's kind of a bad example. He's like the villain of the story and stuff, but you get my point, and that was the only thing I knew about business. So I made a job post on a website called Upwork.com looking for someone to do the voiceovers. So that was one of the parts I hated about this the most. I didn't like the way my voice sounded or anything, so I found this guy to replace me and do the voiceovers for me. And this was an absolute game changer for me because I essentially put together a video creation machine where I would just come up with the video ideas, and then I would pass that along to the script writers who would write the script, and then they would give it to the voiceover artist who would then give it to the video editor who would then finally send it back to me, and I would then upload the video. And I also hired a thumbnail designer as well. And this freed up a ton of time for me, but I was so accustomed to working on YouTube and stuff at this point that I started making more channels in different niches and outsourcing those from the start. And in 2017, I reached what was at the point my all-time goal with YouTube, which was getting over 100,000 subscribers, and in turn they give you what's known as a silver play button, basically an award for reaching that milestone. So I got the silver play button. Honestly, I'm just on top of the world at this point. This like meant absolutely everything to me. And it was around this point as well where I bought my dream car, which was a blue Ford Mustang. And going forward now into 2018, this is when I graduated high school, and I remember before then I was literally just counting down the days, like when is this nightmare going to be over? And at this point I was making $30,000 a month from ad revenue from my different YouTube channels. Honestly, crazy to say. And a lot of people close to me, including family members, kids at my school and stuff, they were asking me how they could do YouTube as well. How could they do what I was doing? Because they saw I was getting some success at this point. They wanted to learn as well. So I looked into it a little bit, and I saw people, selling courses online, teaching other people how to do this. So I thought, I'm going to give it a shot. At this point, I was still really awkward, scared to get in front of a camera. I would never, in my wildest dreams, think that I'd be able to sit in front of a camera and record a video just like this. But in October of 2018, I started my YouTube channel called Make Money Matt. Actually, the same one you're watching right now. But about a week before making the channel, I spent about a week putting together a very rudimentary version of my YouTube strategy and my YouTube program. And to give you an idea of how low tech this was, it was literally just a screen recording with a slideshow and me just showing how to grow on YouTube. And that's literally all it was. It took me a week to put together. So by the time I uploaded my first video on Make Money Matt, I did have a YouTube program, and at the time I didn't know how much to charge for it or even where to start doing this, so I just priced it at $100 and hope for the best. Now over the next few weeks after I launched my channel, since I was actually the one making the videos, kind of embarrassing to say, but I only uploaded 5 videos on the channel, and in all honesty, the videos were terrible. Like, you guys can go back and watch my first videos. They're just screen recordings. I didn't honestly expect much, and Make Money Matt was just kind of an experiment I was doing too, just to see if it was even something that I wanted to do in the first place. And I remember very clearly one day, I'm driving around in my car, and I get a notification on my phone, and I check my phone, and I see that I just sold one of my courses for $100, and at this point I only have 5 videos on my channel. I sold the course for $100, and a light bulb went off in my mind, and I was like, holy, I just added $100 to my daily income just with one course, 5 videos that barely got any views. Imagine if I got 100,000 views per month on this channel, or 500,000 or 1,000,000 views per month. I knew that not only could I change a ton of people's lives and show them my YouTube strategy, but make a ton of money in the process as well. Now at this point, I was already making a lot of money with my other YouTube channels, but the fact that my channel only had a couple videos on it and made this much, I kind of projected out in the future what might be possible with this. Now over the next few months, after uploading a bunch of videos, I had one kind of take off, get like 100K views, and Make Money Matt got to the point of making over $1,000 a day with selling my courses, and I made over $27,000 in a single month, just a couple months after starting the channel in early 2019. So I was making just as much as my niche channels with just one channel. Now around that time in 2019, I realized there was a time for a change, and even though this was really difficult for me, I moved out of my parents' house, and I packed up my car, and I drove all the way to California, because I saw so many YouTubers living there and stuff. I knew that's where a lot of technology was being created as well. So I moved to California, and that's where I actually met my girlfriend as well. And I took a break from Make Money Matt for a while, because at the time, there's so many things changing in my life, finding a place to live, being an independent adult for the first time in my life. I was also creating companies for my businesses, consulting lawyers and accountants, and figuring out basically how to live as an adult. And eventually I did get over my fear of being in front of a camera, and I'll tell you the secret to that. I basically just recorded 100 videos, which I never uploaded to YouTube until I was good enough to just be able to talk to a camera like this. And I decided to scrap the original version of my YouTube course. I didn't think it was good enough, and instead I was going to create a new course that literally went over everything step by step in a very chronological manner. So in order to do this, I actually did something very strange. I sold my course before ever creating it. And you might be asking, Matt, how in the world did you do that? The way that I did that was I did a webinar on my YouTube channel selling my course, telling them that I was going to teach it to them live. If they bought it, I'll just basically teach you everything I know live, plus I'll get live consulting from me on that call. And we did that, and I made over $10,000 in a single day on that webinar. And this is the first time I ever made that much money in just a single day. Then over the next couple of weeks, I moved the program, created a private Facebook group for it. Over the next couple of months, I spent time building out the absolute best YouTube program on the market. All the while, my YouTube channel was growing as well, and I was starting to buy shoutouts on my Instagram page at Make Money Matt also, and then selling the course in the DMs. And I was like, that was great with that webinar, but I can't be doing a webinar every single day. So I automated the webinar, meaning it could sell at all hours of the day, no matter what, even when I was sleeping, and it could still get sales. And now that brings us to the year 2020, which was an absolutely explosive year in terms of just my business, personal growth, so many things. And at the start of 2020, my course was making about $2,000 per day, and my faceless niche channels were making about $1,000 a day. And this rapidly scaled up over the course of the next few months as I just kept putting out more and more videos. I bought more shoutouts on Instagram, started buying ads on YouTube as well to promote my course, and it got to the point where in March of 2020, I'll never forget this, it was the first month that I made over $100,000 in a single month, and this was a huge turning point in my life because ever since that month, I've never made it less than that per month. And then going forward into July of 2020, we actually moved to Florida because I really like beaches. There's some 20, my course crossed over There's summer all year and no income taxes, and I'm starting to make a lot of money at this point. And my YouTube course crossed over $1 million in revenue. And going forward into August of 2020, my course crossed over $1 million in revenue literally one day before I turned 20 years old. So I could say that I was a millionaire as a teenager for a day. And in 2020, we did way over $1 million with my course. I also got these 2 comic book awards from ClickFunnels that they give you when you make over $1 million using their platform right here. And going forward into 2021, everything was going great, but there's still a really big problem in my life. You see, I was still really afraid to spend money. Even though I was making a lot of money, at this point I was in the 0.0001% for my age, I was still definitely afraid to spend it. So I'm like renting a house that's like less than 1% of my monthly income, still doing all my grocery shopping and everything. And then I read a book that completely changed my whole mindset on all this stuff, and it's called Die with Zero. And basically the premise of that book was that you're not going to be taking your money with you when you die, and if you make enough money to still be able to retire and everything, it might be worth it to spend on some experiences to still live a good life. So this changed my whole perspective on things. In 2021, I completed a lifelong dream of diving off the coast of California in a submarine that's over 1,000 feet deep, and that did cost $18,000. And I believe I would not have done that if I didn't read that book. But when I got back home from that, I just went right back to work. And then in 2022, literally just last year, I started again getting really bored with life. You see, my life was kind of just one big routine, doing the same thing over and over every single day. I don't know if you've ever felt like that before. I was just staring at a computer screen for like 9 or 10 hours a day. It wasn't healthy. So I decided to make a change in my routine, and we traveled to Europe for the first time in my entire life. Went to business class, which was really cool. And this completely blew my mind. There's a whole world out there just waiting to be explored. So that's really then wanted to travel more. That being said, in 2022, I also bought my dream home, which I'm sitting in right now. But even though I bought my dream home, I haven't spent as much time here as I'd like to because I've just been trying to travel so much. So this brings me now to 2023, and so far this year I've gone to over 20 countries. I've gone to over 12 different YouTube channels. I've done millions of subscribers between all my channels. We have over 7,000 students in my Facebook group. I have a Trello board of literally hundreds, if not thousands of results from students who built their own YouTube businesses, and in some cases empires. I was literally just talking to someone the other day who's in my Facebook group making over $30,000 per month. I implemented my program, and that's literally as much as I make with my Facebook channel. So I'm telling them I've taught you literally everything you need to know, and now some of my students are even surpassing me. I'm also on good terms with my parents again, which I'm so happy about, and overall just really happy with life. And even though there's a lot of dark times in my life, nobody's life is perfect, even if it looks that way from the outside. I've got a much easier life than most people. I don't want this to come across the wrong way. Obviously it is subjective. Some people have even had easier lives than me. They still go through a lot of hardships and suffering. I totally understand that. And your journey out there, whoever's out there watching this video, is going through a different than mine. But the reason I'm making this video is to show you that if I can have success, I literally almost gave up so many times throughout this journey, and you can too. I know I'm super young, but hopefully this can inspire people at any age that anything is possible. You can make your dreams come true, put in the world, and you believe in yourself at any age. Now if you're ready to start writing your story and creating your journey, whatever that might look like to you, so hopefully this video inspires you. And if you got interested in doing YouTube at all, you can check out this video next to me right here. It's basically a completely free course which teaches you how to grow Facebook YouTube channels and make money from them. So check it out. I'll see you right there. Feel free to subscribe as well if you like this, and I'll see you next.
The trading thing?
I'm going to be going over the 5 laziest ways to make money online. Now, I already know creating a video like this that there's going to be dozens of comments down below of people saying, these methods are not lazy enough for me. Is there any way to make money online where I just click a button and make money for the rest of my life? And while it's not that easy, within this video, I'm going to be showing you real ways of making money online and the laziest ways of making money online compared to all of the other methods that are out there. When I share these lazy methods with you, just compare them to all the other alternatives out there, and you will see that these are, in fact, at least in my opinion, the laziest ways of making money online. And that is because they are what I would consider to be highest leverage. That means that you do the work one time, and that work can continue to pay you for years and years into the future. I set up some of these lazy methods when I was just a teenager, and they continue to pay me regular money every single month to this day. So I want you to imagine, what if you put in a couple hours of work over time? And also what makes these methods super lazy compared to everything else is the fact that you don't have to go out there and create a product, create a course, become an influencer, get in front of a camera and film videos like I'm doing right here. And while you can make a lot of money with those methods, they do take a lot of work. So I'm not going to be going over those methods within this video today. And I'm also not going to be going over methods where you literally just make a couple dollars, because honestly, I'm not interested in that. I'm sure most people watching this aren't either. Now, if that is you and you are interested in just making a couple dollars on the side, you can check out things like Google Opinion Rewards, which is an app that you can download onto your phone and just answer questions and get paid for it. That's super lazy in my opinion, but you're only going to be making a couple dollars. Same thing, for example, with being a transcriptionist for websites like GoTranscript.com or Web.com. You'll see if you go to GoTranscript.com and you sign up to become a transcriptionist, all you literally have to do is just listen to audio or watch videos and then type out what's being said in the video. Again, super lazy, but if you go onto GoTranscript.com, you go to sign up as a transcriptionist, you'll notice that the average monthly earnings are only like $150 per month. And the top monthly earnings, meaning the most that somebody's making on that platform, is $1,200 per month. And they're probably putting in a lot of hours, which in turn doesn't make it lazy. So with the methods I'm going to be showing you today, it's possible to make way more than $100 per day. And I say that from experience because I actually do these methods, and while it takes a little tiny bit of work in the beginning to set these up, it is so worth it when you do, because they can continue to pay you for years into the future. So without further ado, let's get into these 5 laziest ways of making money online right now. And method number 1 is by using a website called VideoStore24.com. If you go to that website and go to the marketplace button right at the top of the website, you'll notice that there's a marketplace of a ton of different what are known as digital products. You also notice a couple physical products like pills and everything like that. And I don't recommend choosing those, and I'll get into that here why I don't recommend those. What I recommend is choosing a digital product. For example, online courses, ebooks, guides, and software. And these are products that you can sign up to promote on VideoStore24.com. Promote it to the right people. People will buy that, and you'll get paid upwards of 50 to 70% of each sale that you get. And you might be saying, Matt, how is this lazy if I have to actually go out there and promote the product and so forth? It's lazy because you can then pair it with a lazy traffic source, which I'm going to be getting into in just a second. You don't actually have to create the product. Somebody else out there creates it for you, and all you have to do is promote it. So, for example, my course, Mastery Monetization, which teaches people how to make money online with running YouTube channels, is on VideoStore24.com. So I put it on there so people like you who are potentially interested in doing it can sign up and promote the program, and it's a win-win for both of us because I get more traffic to my program, and you can potentially make money off of my hard work putting together a program that is the best YouTube course on the entire market, in my opinion. They might be saying, Matt, that's great, but there's so many different products to choose from. Which one should I choose in order to do this correctly? And in order to do this, I recommend finding an overlap between your interests and market feasibility. What I recommend doing is just opening up a notepad. You can literally just do this in a journal or open up a Google Docs or something. Just write down 20 different things that you are interested in. And then compare that list with these categories right here: finances, being healthy, technology, and travel. And what I recommend doing is seeing if there's an overlap with any of these subjects due to the fact that these subjects are typically what people want help with in their life. So they're more willing to actually pay money, for example, to a product that you can then promote from VideoStore. And signing up for VideoStore24 is super simple. You just click the button in the top right, sign up for an account, fill out all the different information. They do ask for a lot, but trust me, it's worth it. I've sold millions of dollars in my program and promoting other people's programs on DD Store 24, so it's 100% legit. Now, if you're on DD Store and you can't find that right product to promote, but let's say your interest is somewhere else and you're looking for a good product to promote, that brings me to lazy method number 2 of making money online, which is using a website called QuickBank.com. If you sign up for QuickBank, you'll notice it's very much like DD Store 24 in the sense that it's an affiliate marketplace where you can promote products. So if you go to the affiliate marketplace of QuickBank, then you'll notice they have way more products than DD Store, so you can go through those and then hopefully find a good product to promote. And it's very similar with signing up for an account. And another thing I want you to look at when you're looking for products to promote on either DD Store or QuickBank, if you look at they have an affiliate support page. This will usually be right next to the product and little links like affiliate resources. If you click that, it should take you to a page in which they'll give you, for example, free advertisements that then you can use to either post on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok to start getting traffic to the course. And that's what I do with my program as well, to Master. We give people assets that then they can use to promote. I show people how to promote it on the affiliate support page if that's what you're interested in doing as well. I don't just recommend signing up to promote any program though. I would try to find ones that you can promote that charge at least $1,000. And the reasoning behind that is that let's say you get 50% of each sale, which is like what I do with my course, and then for every sale you get $500. So then let's imagine you set up a traffic source that's getting thousands of people per month to your offer, which is really easy to do using basic traffic formulas that I'm going to be going over in just a second. Then if just a tiny percentage of those people buy your program, that still equals to a lot of money. For example, 20 people buy through your link at $500 each that you're actually getting from each sale. That's $10,000 per month for you, which is well over $100 per day. So now at this point you might be saying, Matt, that's great. There's tons of these products to promote that are out there. Now how do I actually start getting traffic to those in a lazy way? And that brings me into lazy method number 3, which is running faceless niche YouTube channels. And this is where my personal expertise comes in due to the fact that I've been doing this for almost a decade at this point. And I basically boiled this down into a step-by-step formula that you can follow in order to do this correctly. And there's tons of different ways of running faceless YouTube channels. So really one of the main ones that I want to focus on with this video is recording screen recording tutorials. If you go back to some of my first videos that I did on this channel right here, which is my personal channel, Make Money Matt, you'll notice that I didn't even show my face in those videos. And instead, I literally just recorded my screen teaching people just simple aspects of making money online with YouTube, just at a really high level of how it works. And then what I did is I promoted my program back then. I was only charging $100 for it. Over literally just a couple months posting these lazy videos, I got up to the point of making $27,000 per month. And then I raised the price on my course to $1,000. And nowadays we make well over $100,000 per month on this channel. So why am I telling you this? If you just created lazy videos similar to what I've done at the beginning videos of my channel, also similar to what channels like Brains and Tay, Online Hustle do. Online Hustle is completely faceless. It's literally just a combination of screen recording along with stock footage. And here's a ton of different stock footage websites you can get completely free stock footage from if you're interested in putting those in your videos, making them a little bit more engaging. And I might be saying that in order to make these videos, don't have to edit them, don't have to record my screen. Isn't that a lot of work? It takes just a little bit of time to learn how to do this in the beginning. And you can get to the point where making one of these videos literally takes you like an hour. So imagine you spend a couple hours a week, 3 hours a week, just investing your time planting these seeds, but you don't have to do it forever. And that's what makes us truly lazy, because these people work one time and these videos live on forever and there's a potential to get you views for years and years into the future. I still make money from videos that I uploaded when I was 15 years old, and I'm 22 years old right now, and I've scaled this up to the point of making millions of dollars per year. So it's completely transformed my life. And before you overlook this and completely dismiss it just because it takes a tiny bit of work in the beginning, I really don't want to see that happen to you today. Your life could potentially change as a result of implementing this information. So with that being said, go over and look at channels like Online Hustle, for example, or some of the beginning videos on my channel, and just model them for creating your own videos. And for recording your screen, you can use a tool like OBS Studio, completely free. Record your screen. You can even buy yourself a cheap microphone if you want, like a Feynman K669B, or maybe just use your phone to record your voice, just so it's a little bit better than using speakers on your computer. And that's another thing I wanted to mention. You could potentially do this completely from your phone. In fact, there's YouTube channels that literally just share how to use different applications on your phone and how to use your phone settings and so forth. And you just use the built-in screen recorder on your phone. They teach how to do it. They never show their face. And I've seen many channels getting hundreds of thousands of views per month doing it. And here's where things get really fun. If you optimize your channel and your videos correctly, and I show you exactly how to do that on my channel here at Make Money Matt for completely free, so feel free to check out any of my past videos. And I'll show you exactly step by step how to optimize your videos. You can also check out my course if you want. You don't have to. And also you get up to the point like this channel right here, Online Hustle, is doing, with getting 218,000 views per month. Now if we think about this logically, 218,000 views is a lot of people. That's like multiple stadiums filled with people every single month watching your content. And this is one of the smaller channels within this niche as well. So if you see many channels within a certain niche getting a certain amount of views and you optimize it correctly, it stands to reason you can get a similar amount of views, even if it's a fraction of what one of the top channels is getting millions and millions of views per month. 200,000, even though it's not the most within this niche, is a lot of views. And if just a 20% of those people then buy through your affiliate link, which you're going to put in the description of all your videos as well as in the pinned comment section, and you always have a verbal call to action within the videos for the new screen recording where you say, make sure to check out that link below and I'll show you step by step whatever you're teaching, whatever your niche happens to be. And a good percentage of those people will click that link, they'll buy the product, they'll get paid from it, and then even if you stop uploading videos, those videos can continue to pay you for years into the future. Making method number 4 is vlogging. So at this point, once you fill out the backlog of videos on your YouTube channel of just you recording your screen and stuff, you'll notice that some videos will do better than others. And what I recommend doing is taking some of your best converting ideas and then transforming those ideas into a blog post. And you can make this very easily using AI tools like ChatGPT to actually write the scripts for your blog post. Just make sure that you put in your original wording. Use a website like copyscape.com to just ensure it's 100% unique. And just put those up on a blog. You can blogging websites like medium.com or what I actually recommend, which is wordpress.com. And then within all of your blog posts, make sure to throw in your affiliate links and have call to actions to check out those affiliate links. Now, while blogging isn't as big as video nowadays, a lot of people still read their blogs. You can still pull in tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of page views per month on your blog. The top blogs still get millions of page views per month. A big percentage of those will convert, and you can make a lot of money still from running a blog. And what's brilliant about it, you never have to show your face, and it's very evergreen as well. As long as you're within an evergreen niche where there's always demand for it, you can double check that by checking out there's videos going up within the same YouTube niche, getting hundreds of thousands of views every single month. Then you do the work once, people will find your blog post through search engines, so click the links, they'll buy, and you'll make money that way. And here's a bonus tip for everybody doing this, what I highly recommend doing is also set up some email captures. Now what I mean by this is having places where people can put in their emails before you actually promote the affiliate product, and what this is referred to is as a bridge page. A bridge page is a page between your traffic source, let's say YouTube, and your blog post, and between the final sale of the product you're an affiliate for. And then on that bridge page, what I recommend doing is just having a video kind of explaining the product, and then basically say you're going to get a discount if you buy through my link, and then have a little text box on that page where they can input their email, and then have a button below that where then they can click to submit it, and then that brings them finally to the finished page where they can check out and make the sale, and then you get paid. And the benefit of having this bridge page in between is the fact fact that these emails can be nurtured over time. What I mean by that is you can build a huge email list, and even if they don't buy, the very fact that they put in their email means that every time you upload a new YouTube video or you make a new blog post, you send it out to that list. And now you might be saying, Matt, that's great, but how do I actually make these bridge pages and send out emails and everything? What I recommend using is a website called kajabi.com. That's what I personally use for my email marketing and everything. You might be saying, Matt, if that costs like $100 per month, how can I ever afford that? What I recommend doing is setting this up without the bridge page at first, getting some initial sales, and you'll make a couple $100, couple $1,000 per month doing it. And once you get to that point, then what I recommend doing is just invest $100 a month in a Kajabi. You'll make well over that back if you're at the point of already making some money from this. Due to the fact that you're going to implement email marketing into this, you'll definitely make a lot more money from doing that. And another alternative to promoting products from Digistore24 or ClickBank is promoting products from what's known as the Amazon affiliate program. And you've probably used Amazon before to buy products. Tons of people do all around the world. They actually have an affiliate program where you can be an affiliate for those products, put the links in your YouTube videos, and make sales that way. Now, I don't usually recommend this 100%. It can work for certain niches. For example, the technology niche, if you go to channels like TechZone or Top 10 Zone, you'll notice that they're talking about a lot of products that are within the Amazon affiliate program. So in that case, it makes sense to put those links below their video. And you have to take into account those channels are getting millions of views per month. So even if you don't make a ton of money per sale, and that's really the drawback of the Amazon affiliate program, I think it's like between 1 and 10% of every single sale that you get. But then it's nothing, so you're not going to be getting 50, 70% plus, unless you're promoting really expensive things, for example, televisions, computers, or stuff like that, where the average sale price is very high, then you're only going to make a tiny amount per sale. And usually it's not that worth it in my opinion. But if you want to just have a nice side hustle to make some extra money, sure, you can set up a tech channel if you want as well, start making some extra money from that. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I have students who make thousands of dollars per month actually running tech channels, so 100% worth. I just personally think that your time is better spent promoting a high payout partner digital product, so you can make more money per sale. It's going to keep you motivated. If you make your first sale for $1,000 and you get $500 of that, and then those just start compounding on each other and you make a lot more over time, I think it's a much better way to spend your time. That's if you're looking for a lazy method. Now, that being said, let's get into lazy method number 5. At this point, when you have this whole system set up, you have some YouTube channels, maybe even have a blog, driving some traffic to a high payout partner product from either Digistore or ClickBank. You're going to be making sales from that. Everything feeds each other. Maybe you even have a newsletter at this point. You're sending out weekly newsletters. Might be saying, that sounds like a lot. That's so complicated. But think about it. You only set it up once, and it can continue to pay you for years into the future. And all you need to focus on is doing one video after another. Do a couple videos per week. Literally just put in 1 to 3 hours per week. Put in a couple videos. Put them up on YouTube, and that's going to be some of the highest leverage use of your time compared to trading your time for money as just like a standard job. And trust me, you'll thank yourself in months from now, and even a couple years from now, because you'll look back at that big backlog of content that you made that's making you a lot of money. And now you might be saying, what do I do with that money once I start making this money? Well, what I recommend doing is hiring a couple people to help you make videos. Because think about it. You can hire someone, for example, from Upwork.com for like $10 an hour to just create videos with you, so then you can effectively double your output, make a lot more videos, maybe even take a break if you wanted to from making videos. And I personally run over a dozen different channels, and the only way I'm able to do that is by hiring people to help me make. And that's how I've done the gold play button, for example, for getting over 1 million subscribers, and multiple different silver play buttons right here for getting over 100,000 subscribers on many channels. So this 100% can work. Just don't get discouraged when you upload 1 to 5 videos and you don't see it take off right away. It usually takes a couple months. You know, put in the time, upload 30 to 60 videos, and it'll be well worth it. And this is one of the laziest methods in my opinion. So along with reinvesting back in the business, hiring someone to help you upload your videos, I also recommend taking some of that money and then putting it into our lazy method number 5, which is dividend stocks. Now, dividend stocks are simply stocks that will pay you on regular intervals after you invest in them, usually on a quarterly basis. Some are even on a monthly basis. Now, this is not investing advice whatsoever. Feel free to do your own research, come to your own conclusions and everything. But what I personally do is I invest into dividend stocks, for example, SCHT, Jeffy, and over time, when you feed a good portfolio of either dividend stocks or even just index funds as well, to make sure your money, at least based on past projections, outpaces inflation. What's cool about dividend stocks too is you'll get paid out on a regular interval. So you're building up more income over time with the money that you already have that you're getting and saving from and doing these methods that I'm sharing with you. You can't get any more lazy than literally doing nothing. Once you invest the money once, it can continue to pay you back for years and years into the future. And if you invest in good ones, you can do research on what the best dividend stocks out there are. There's people smarter than me on this topic for sure. And over time, you can build up income that will outpace even your active income, which includes your job if you have one, as well as running YouTube channels and businesses that you're running also. Now, since you've watched this far in the video, I want to give you a bonus tip for making lazy money online as well. So before we do, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you've gotten value so far. So the bonus tip for making extra lazy money online is by promoting a software. So whatever niche you happen to be in, I would double check if there's any software within that niche that you can promote as an affiliate. And I'll give you an example. For example, I promote vidIQ, which is a tool that helps me optimize all my YouTube videos across my channels. I already use this tool, so it's a no-brainer to, for example, promote it on my YouTube channel here, also to my course students and people who buy other affiliate products from it. And what's awesome about software is that once they subscribe to the software, you can keep making money from it. If it's, for example, a monthly subscription, like vidIQ is, and I make over $5,000 a month just from promoting software. What's cool is you don't have to market it as hard because a certain amount of people will stay subscribed to that software and will keep making monthly income from that. So I hope you got a ton of value from this video. And now check out this video to see my 8 different income streams and how I make over $6,000 per day on average from them. So get a ton of value from this video if you want to see those income streams, exactly how I make a lot of money. So you got a ton of value from this with these lazy methods, and I hope you implement them, and I'll see you right here. If so, then it's possible to make over $300 per day with it if you know what to do. And in this video, I'm going to be going over 18 side hustles that you can do from your phone to make money online. And I'm not only going to be sharing these side hustles with you, but I'm also going to be ranking them based off of how passive they are, how easy they are to start, and their earning potential. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. The first side hustle we're going over is running faceless YouTube channels. Now you're probably asking that, how in the world do I run a YouTube channel just using my phone? Well, not only is it possible to use only a phone, but you can also do YouTube without ever even showing your face. The way it works is you first of all choose a niche or a category of content. And if you're wondering which niche to choose, feel free to check out my video right here on the 30 best niches to do faceless YouTube channels in right here. And then what you do is you write scripts. You can do this completely within the Google Docs app on your phone. And then you record voiceovers using your phone's built-in voice recorder app. And you can find royalty-free stock footage from all of these websites right here that you can use in your videos. And you can simply go to these websites on your phone's browser and download them onto your phone. And then finally, for editing your video, you can use the PowerDirector mobile app, which is completely free. And the way that you actually make money doing this is once you get monetized on YouTube, YouTube will actually place ads on your video, and you will get paid for every single view that you get. Now, I personally make over $30,000 per month just from ad revenue between my dozen or so YouTube channels. And if you want to actually look over my shoulder and see me create a video on my phone from complete scratch, then feel free to check out the video that pops up right here. And I'll also be sure to link that down in the description for you as well. Now let's rank this phone side hustle. For ease of starting, it gets a 3 out of 10, since some things can be a little bit complicated to set up on your phone, but it's definitely possible. And once you get your channel up and rolling, it can get a lot easier. For passiveness, however, this side hustle gets an 8 out of 10. And that's due to the fact that once you upload videos to YouTube, they live as long as YouTube is around. So I'm still personally making money from videos that I uploaded back when I was a teenager. And for earning potential, potential, this one gets a 10 out of 10. If you're watching videos like this, you probably know that YouTube channels can make millions upon millions of dollars. I'm not saying you're going to if you start a YouTube channel, but the potential is there. Side hustle number 2 is Poke. Poke is a mobile application where you can make money from taking photos or videos. All you do is upload photos or videos that you take using your phone, and these might even be photos or videos that you already have. And then if a company wants to buy them, you get 50% of the money that they pay. And apparently most photos on Poke sell for around $10, meaning that you get half of that, you get $5 per photo sold. And you can also take part in what are called missions on the app, and that's simply where a company gives you a brief that you then follow to take specific photos or videos that they might need. And then these companies can use these images in their marketing materials or anywhere else, and you might even see your photos pop up on marketing campaigns, billboards, magazines, or other stuff. And the reason that companies do this is that it's typically cheaper to go through an individual person with generating user-generated content as opposed to hiring an expensive photography firm or paying for expensive stock photos. Now let's rate this side hustle. For ease of starting, it gets an 8 out of 10, and that's due to the fact that all you have to do is download an app and sign up for an account. But for passiveness, this one only gets a 2 out of 10, and the reason for that is that you constantly have to be doing more and more jobs in order to keep making money. So it's not like that amazing YouTube side hustle that we went over in number 1, where you do the work once and can get paid for it for a long time in the future. And for earning potential, this one gets a 3 out of 10. You're probably not going to get super rich doing this, however, it could get you some spare cash on the side. Side hustle number 3 is Google Opinion Rewards. And trust me, I know there's a ton of scammy survey websites out there. If you've ever looked into making money online, you may come across a few of them. However, one of the biggest companies in the world, Google, which is the website that I'm talking to you on right now, YouTube, they actually also have a mobile application called Google Opinion Rewards, where you sign up and you simply answer questions, and then Google will pay you a little bit of money for each survey that you do. You don't expect to make a full-time income with doing these surveys, however, you can just make a little bit of spare cash on the side doing this. So the way that this works is you download the app onto your phone, and then Google will send you surveys around once per week, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on how many surveys that they have, and they'll ask you all kinds of seemingly random questions just to acquire data for their company to then become more profitable. And as an example of the question they might ask, just to show how random it can be, they might ask, which of the following desserts from around the world are you most familiar with? And then the options might be like cookies, brownies, flan, or gelato. And then all you simply have to do is check one of those, and then in turn get paid. And Google will pay you up to $1 for each survey that you complete. Now let's rate this side hustle. For ease of starting, it gets a 10 out of 10. You can't get much easier than downloading an app and answering questions. For passiveness, obviously it's going to be really low, only 1 out of 10, and that's due to the fact that you have to constantly be doing more surveys to keep making money. And for earning potential, it only gets a 1 out of 10. You're not going to become super wealthy doing this, but you can make some side cash. Earning side hustle number 4 is becoming a juicer. Now, have you ever seen those electric scooters that just lay around cities? Well, you can actually take advantage of this new trend of these electric scooters popping up by signing up to become what's called a line juicer. Line is a company that offers these scooters for rent, and the way that these scooters stay charged is that people have to go in and actually charge them, and you can get paid doing so. All you have to do is download the app and sign up to become what is called a juicer if it's available within your city. And they'll actually pay you between $20 and $30 per hour just to charge these scooters. Now, unfortunately, you do have to be an adult in order to do this. Unlike with one of YouTube channels, you can be literally any age. I started my YouTube channels when I was just 14, and by the time I was 15, I was making $3,000 per month, but that's a separate story. When it comes to charging these line scooters, they're available in a ton of different countries all around the world, but if you can't find one available within your country, just look up electric scooter charging gigs near me and see if there's an equivalent service that you can sign up for if this is something that you're interested in. Now, for ranking this side hustle, for the ease of starting, it gets a 4 out of 10 due to the fact you do have to be an adult, you do have to have a car and actually drive around and do this. For passiveness, it gets a 2 out of 10 since you have to keep charging scooters to keep making money. And for earning potential, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10 since $20 to $30 per hour is pretty good. Phone side hustle number 5 is voiceovers. Did you know that you can actually make money just by talking? Well, it turns out that phone microphones nowadays have gotten really good, and you don't even need an expensive microphone to potentially make money doing voiceovers, literally just using your phone's built-in audio recorder app. And the way that this works is you advertise your voiceovers on places like Fiverr.com, where you can create a gig in order to advertise your voice, record a couple samples of your voice saying just random things. If you need examples, look at the other voiceover gigs on Fiverr. And then when somebody buys your gig, they'll send you a script to record, and you literally just read it and then talk into your phone's microphone, send it back to the client, and get paid. And many people have made full-time careers out of doing voiceovers, and I personally have paid tens of thousands of dollars to voiceover artists for all of my different YouTube channels over the years. Now let's rank this phone side hustle. For ease of starting, this one gets a 9 out of 10. I almost guarantee you, if you have a phone right now, it has an audio recorder built into it, and if not, you can simply download an app that has one. And advertising your voice on places like Fiverr or Upwork.com is very easy. For passiveness, it gets a 2 out of 10. You do have to continue recording voiceovers in order to keep the money flowing. And for earning potential, I give this one a 5 out of 10. Phone side hustle number 6 is Clarity FM. Now this next side hustle is good if you have some sort of skill that you can help people with. There's a website called Clarity.fm that you can sign up just using your phone and then advertise what you can help people with. For example, this could include business, video games, relationship advice, really anything you know about that other people are also likely to want to know about. And then this gives people the opportunity to pay per minute to literally just talk on the phone with you and ask you questions. You can answer them and make money just using your phone by talking to people and giving them advice. For ranking this side hustle, for ease of starting, it gets an 8 out of 10, and this is assuming that you already have some skill that people are interested in learning about. For passiveness, it's a 1 out of 10. You are still trading your time for money, and you have to talk with people on the phone in order to keep making money. But for earning potential, I give this one a 9 out of 10 because I saw a lot of people on Clarity.fm charging super high prices, and as you build up your portfolio, you can charge higher and higher prices. Side hustle number 7 is Gigwalk. Gigwalk is an app that pays you to complete small local gigs. All you have to do is download the Gigwalk app, and then you'll get what are called gigs sent to you, asking you to complete local tasks. And these can include checking to make sure that the right products are stocked in a certain grocery store near your house, or if there's a marketing event nearby to make sure it's being run correctly. And you're probably not going to make a ton of money doing this. However, you can make some side income, plus explore your neighborhood and your community a little bit more, and learn about new places around you that you may not have known existed. As for how much you will get paid, the payouts can range between $3 and $100 per gig, depending on the complexity, and it can take anywhere from 5 minutes to a few hours to complete. For ease of starting, I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. For passiveness, it gets a 1 out of 10, and for earning potential, I give this one a 3 out of 10. Side hustle number 8 is restaurant delivery. You can download the DoorDash app onto your phone and sign up to become a delivery driver. You do typically need a car for this, so that is something to take into consideration. And the way it works is that you make a base amount of money per order that you get, but then on top of that, you get to keep 100% of the tips that you get. If you live in the United States or Canada, you can choose the option to get paid daily. And if you live outside those places, you can check if DoorDash is available in the place that you live. But if not, don't worry at all. There's probably an equivalent delivery service near you that you can still make money with. And if DoorDash isn't available in the place you live, you can also look into places like Uber Eats or Postmates. For ease of starting, I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10, assuming you do have a car. For passiveness, it gets a 1 out of 10, and for earning potential, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Side hustle number 9 is Instacart. Now, Instacart is just like those other delivery services we mentioned, but instead of delivering food from restaurants, you are delivering groceries. For ranking names is basically the same as the restaurant delivery apps. Phone side hustle number 10 is Thumbtack. With the Thumbtack app, you can get paid money to complete local jobs. For example, I've hired people on Thumbtack to take pictures for my personal brand, paint my house, and even to get a haircut. If you have any type of skill that you can help people locally with, you can sign up for the Thumbtack app on your phone and start getting clients for it. Now here's my rankings right here for this side hustle. Side hustle number 11 is Ibotta. Now if you go grocery shopping, you could potentially be missing out on a significant amount of money without even realizing it. You can actually download an app called Ibotta and get paid for buying certain things from grocery stores. And the way that this works is the next time you're about to do a grocery run, all you have to do is download the app and check if your store is on it. Most of the top stores are on it, like Target and Walmart, etc. And then simply scroll through the list of products that it gives you to see if these are any things that you are going to buy anyway. And oftentimes when I use this app, I find things I'm going to buy anyway, and then simply add those to your account. And they also routinely give bonus items, so you get paid for buying any items as well. Then after your grocery trip, make sure to grab a receipt and you simply scan it with the app and get paid money. Now I personally have been using this app for the past couple of years and I've made exactly $436.17 so far. Now this isn't going to make you a significant amount of wealth. However, it is extra money that you could be missing out on anyways if you don't do this. And if you're spending money anyways, might as well get some back. For easy starting, you can get to 10 out of 10. If you're doing grocery shopping anyways, it doesn't add much to your life to just scan a receipt. For passiveness, it only gets a 4 out of 10. And for earning potential, 2 out of 10. You might not make a ton of money, however, it can add up over time. Side hustle number 12 is recruiting. Now the recruiting app is quite similar to Ibotta, but it differs in that it's for all types of stores and not just grocery stores. For example, you can get money back for shopping at clothing stores, technology stores, and more. And once you download the app, all you have to do is make an account, and then you can actually link your credit card to your account, so it'll sense if you buy something from one of the stores that they have listed, and then you can check through all the offers they have, and they usually have a ton of stores on there, and you'll see what percent you'll get paid back. And then recruiting will send you a physical check in the mail every single quarter if you made over a certain amount that you can then cash into your bank account. Now I personally made $651.94 from recruiting over the past couple of years using it. For easy starting, it gets a 9 out of 10, for passiveness 4 out of 10, and for earning potential 3 out of 10. Home side hustle number 13 is Instagram. You may already have an Instagram app on your phone just for entertainment purposes, but what you may not have known is you can actually make a lot of money from Instagram without ever even being an influencer either. In fact, I personally know a ton of people who make a lot of money on Instagram running what are known as faceless Instagram theme pages. And you might be asking, when in the world is that and how can you do it to make money? Well, these are pages where they post valuable content relating to a single niche. For example, the account Millionaire Mentor has over 10 million followers and it's within the business niche, and they just upload photos that are typically just some text on a picture, which you can easily make with something like Canva or Snappa or even Paint.net. And the way you make money doing this is by selling what are known as shoutouts. This is typically just an advertisement for some company or another account where you shout them out and you link back to their account within your post. And it costs you nothing to do once you build up an account, and you can get paid for every single shoutout that you do. And you might be saying, Matt, that sounds great, but can you actually make significant money doing this? And it turns out you actually can. There's a lot of companies advertising on Instagram, and I personally have paid over $200,000 of my own money just buying Instagram shoutouts to promote my own account, which I then sell my course with. And you can sell shoutouts on places like shoutcards.com. And the beauty of running an Instagram page as well is that you can also promote affiliate offers or even your own product to make even more money. Now here's a checklist to grow your Instagram account super fast if you want to do this, and that is to post 2 to 3 times per day. Make sure to stay within a single niche, post speed posts, reels, stories, and IGTV content. Use your hashtags to relate to the actual content you're posting, and comment on other big pages within your niche. And there's nothing stopping you from also running a personal page if you do want to be an influencer as well. For example, I run the Make Money Now Instagram page, and we also make a lot of money from it, but it's primarily through selling my own product as opposed to shoutouts with Facebook Instagram niche pages. Once you rank this phone side hustle for the ease of starting, it gets a 3 out of 10, but it can take some time to build up an account to the point you're actually making money from it. That being said, it can be super worth it. For passiveness, I give it a 7 out of 10. You can schedule all your content into the future for a long time and then take a break so your pages continue to grow and then sell shoutouts to make money. And I give the earning potential on this at a 9 out of 10 because once you do have some big pages, you can make a lot of money. Phone side hustle number 14 is digital crimes. If you have any sort of skill that other people want to learn about, you can literally record videos just using your phone and then upload them to an app like Udemy, which allows you to sell your videos as a course that then people can buy and then you make money. Now with Udemy, they will promote your course for you, so you don't have to go out there and be marketing with YouTube videos and everything else. Now once you do grow a significant course business, I do recommend investing some money into a laptop so you can then go on that and then make an account with something called Kajabi that you can then sell your course on, because unfortunately if you do use Udemy, you do have to split like 50% of everything you make with them. So it's not the best deal, but if you just have a phone right now and that's the only way of making money, then it's certainly a way to start. But eventually I'd love to see you put your course up on something like Kajabi so you can keep most of the money and then use a payment processor like Store24. It comes with affiliates to promote your course for you as well. And just to show you the potential of selling courses, I personally make over $100,000 per month selling my YouTube course to mastery monetization, which simply teaches people what I know, which is how to grow Facebook YouTube channels and potentially make money with them. For easy starting, you get a 3 out of 10. It can take some time to actually logically think out how you can structure your course in chronological order so you can teach someone in a way that makes sense. And then also, obviously, it takes time to actually script the content and record it. But the beauty is that once you have it done, it's done and it can sell potentially for years into the future. So for passiveness, I'm giving this one a 10 out of 10. And for earning potential, there's people out there just like me, I'm only 22 years old, making more than an average annual salary per month just for selling the course. So I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 just for earning potential as well. Side hustle number 15 is affiliate marketing, and yes, you can do that simply using your phone. If you go to websites on your phone browser like bbstore24.com or clickbank.com and go to the marketplace section, you'll see that there's tons of products to promote, whether they be courses, ebooks, etc. And for example, my YouTube course is even on bbstore24, and you can potentially sign up to promote that and get paid a 50% commission for every sale that you get. And you don't just have to promote my course, there's tons of products out there that you can promote if there's something you're more interested in. So just to give you an example, the way it works on bbstore is this. You go to the website and then you go to register for an account. You can also use the bbstore24 app, and then you go to the affiliate marketplace section and find a product that you like to promote. And personally, I would recommend promoting products that pay out at least $100 to $500 for each sale that you get. Meaning, if you promote a $1,000 course, you get paid 50%, and you get paid $600. That's pretty good, and there's typically no fulfillment cost with the course either, so that's almost pure profit right there. And then you simply click the promote now button, and they'll give you a magic link that then you can then copy and paste and promote as much as you possibly can to then get sales and make money. You can also click the link below the affiliate marketplace listing as well, because it'll typically include affiliate assets, and these might include ads that you can use, webinars, and other stuff. And in terms of promoting these links, there's almost infinite options out there. I mean, you have YouTube, which is my personal recommendation, and my favorite way of promoting affiliated links, just due to the fact that those videos can live forever. I know we touched on that earlier. But also feel free to share affiliate links on Instagram, on TikTok accounts, any other social media you can think of, Facebook, emails, sharing with your friends and family. But I do only recommend promoting products that you truly believe in, that you think are good. You don't just want to make a quick buck, you want to sell someone something that they're going to actually use and get value from. You then can sell them another thing, you can build a real relationship there. Now, I personally believe our YouTube course, to Mastering Monetization, is the absolute best YouTube course on the market with no exceptions. And I do personally answer every single question within the Facebook group of that community. So we go above and beyond to make it an epic product. And the reason I'm saying that is to give you an opportunity. If you did want to promote it, you can. You don't have to by any means though. But I always do try to make sure that every single person is taken care of. What's great about affiliate marketing is that you don't have to take months to create your own product, and you can start promoting someone else's product from the beginning. Obviously, you do have to split the money with them, but if you don't want to make your own course, but you still want to make money doing this can be a great option. Now let's rank this side hustle. For easy starting, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. For passiveness, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. That largely depends on your traffic source that you're going to use. If you use something like YouTube, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. But really, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 on average. And for earning potential, sky's the limit. We've had affiliates that make $50,000 in a month from running my course. And we paid out well over $1 million to all of our affiliates, so I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. Side hustle number 16 that you can do from your phone is selling stuff. You may have some old stuff laying around, check your closet, find some old clothes there. That could potentially be valuable. You can potentially make money from those old unused items by just using your phone and creating listings on apps like Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, or Craigslist. You just take pictures of the items with your phone, list them on the app that I mentioned, and sell them and make money. You can also find potential products to sell from places like thrift stores or consignment stores. And while you're at the store, you can also go onto those apps, see if a particular item is valuable that you could sell for more than you buy it for. And this is one of the side hustles that I started when I was a broke teenager. Made a couple $100 a month with it. I didn't really do much with it. I think there's much more potential here if you really wanted to do this. And you can even find free stuff in your local area under the Craigslist free section. So all that being said, let's get into ranking in this side hustle. For ease of starting, it's a 7 out of 10, especially if you already have stuff that you can sell. For passiveness, it's not my favorite in that category. It only gets a 3 out of 10 in my opinion, due to the fact that you do have to actually keep listing items and selling them and going through that whole thing. You could potentially outsource this if you wanted to, but that does take some work. And for earning potential, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Side hustle 17, to make money using your phone, is showing how to use apps. Now, if your phone has a screen recording app, and most phones nowadays do, then you can simply record your screen showing how to use different apps, your settings, or just your particular phone. And then you can upload these videos to YouTube and make money via ad revenue from them, like we saw earlier in this video. And for example, this YouTube channel called Stocky Tech has done over 1 million subscribers and gets 2.4 million views per month. And that could be as much as $10,000 to $20,000 per month. And all it does is show how to use different apps on Samsung phones. For easy starting, this one gets a 5 out of 10. For passiveness, an 8 out of 10. And for earning potential, a 9 out of 10. Side hustle number 18 that you can do from your phone to make money online is Etsy. And you can potentially use one of the biggest marketplaces out there, which is Etsy, to make money online, also using artificial intelligence. Now, when you think of Etsy, you probably think of creating DIY arts and crafts, because that's typically what is sold on Etsy. However, you can also use AI to potentially make money with Etsy. And the way it works is you can download the Etsy sellers app onto your phone, and then you simply make a listing, just like this one right here. And as you can see, it says turn your photo into a painting. And you might be asking that, how do they turn people's photos into paintings? And there's actually tons of AI software out there that can do it. For example, Midjourney is one of them. But you can just look up apps on your app store, AI art generators or painting generators that you can do this with. If you do the math just to see the earning potential on this, that Etsy store that I just showed you that turns people's photos into paintings has over 50,000 sales on it. And if they make $10 profit per sale, which I would guess they're making, if not even more, that's $500,000 doing this. For easy starting, this one gets a 4 out of 10. For passiveness, it gets a 6 out of 10. And for earning potential, an 8 out of 10. Now here are the rankings from all the side hustles that we just covered within this video. As you can see right here, all of these side hustles have their pros and cons. Some are going to be easier to make money quickly by completing local gigs or doing surveys, and others may take a little bit of time to build up. They might take a couple months to start making some money, or they can potentially set you up for life. For example, selling digital products on YouTube channels and stuff like that, which you can certainly do from your phone. Now you might be asking that, if you were to start your own side hustle from your phone, if you're starting over from scratch, what side hustle would you do? Now personally, I have a few favorite side hustles. I'm going to share them on the screen right here. These are what I personally consider doing, especially with an emphasis on YouTube and digital products. Now check out this video right here to see me create a faceless video from scratch, literally just using my phone. You can actually watch over my shoulder as I create a faceless video from scratch. I know this video title might be smartest way to make 10K per month online, and that's because in my opinion it truly is. Check out this video right here. I show how to do it just using your phone. You can actually see me make a video from scratch. So check it out. Thanks for watching. My name is Matt Parr, and I will see you there. That you can do YouTube without ever even saying a word. When you think about doing YouTube, you probably think about being a conventional YouTuber and filming videos like I'm doing right here. But it turns out that there's actually many channels that make lots of money without ever even talking. And if you're watching this video right now, you probably already know that YouTube is the best place to build a business online. And the first step that's often the hardest is choosing a category of content or a niche to create your channel in. And I've gotten a ton of comments from people on my video saying that they want to do YouTube, but they don't necessarily show their face or even talk in their videos. So this video is for you. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing 33 different channel ideas that you can do without even speaking. That being said, let's get straight into the channel ideas. Channel idea number 1 is piano videos. Now you can create piano videos literally recording yourself playing the piano without showing your face, but you can also use a software to actually help you generate the videos for you. And that software is called Synthesia, and you can download it and then record your screen using something like OBS to create videos just like this channel right here that's called Piano Noise, which has over 1 million subscribers and it gets 17 million views per month, which is absolutely insane. Channel idea number 2 is cooking. So when it comes to creating cooking videos, you don't necessarily need to talk in them. You can simply put some text on the screen saying what ingredients to have, and then you can simply either film yourself cooking, film somebody else cooking, or even pay someone from somewhere like Fiverr or Upwork to do the cooking for you. And channels just like this one called Tasty Recipes have over 1 million subscribers and it gets over 3 million views per month just creating cooking videos, most of which they don't even talk in, so it doesn't even require your voice. Channel idea number 3 that does not require any speaking is street food videos. So kind of similar to cooking, but instead the focus is specifically on street food videos. And you can find your local street food market if you have one near you. You can also travel somewhere in order to film these videos. And to prove to you how lucrative this can actually be, this channel right here called Asian Street Food has 5 million subscribers and they pull in 300 million views per month. That's one of the top views per month that I've ever seen just from doing specifically street food food videos. Now before you go out and film some random vendor making street food, make sure to get their permission first and ask them if it's okay to record them and upload it to YouTube. Channel idea number 4 is ASMR. Now ASMR is an audio experience where people will watch videos and listen to them because they enjoy the way a certain thing sounds and the way it makes them feel. And just to show you an example of this channel right here called Cracker ASMR has nearly 100,000 subscribers, and they just create videos like cleaning my keyboard ASMR, and people really enjoy that sound. And some of these can be the most random things that you might not have even thought of. But feel free to go on YouTube, search ASMR, see what's trending within the niche, and potentially create these types of videos without any talking whatsoever, just like that Cracker ASMR channel does. Channel idea number 5 is music. Now in my opinion, there is a right way and a wrong way to create music videos, and the wrong way is by taking royalty-free music or music that you might find online and just re-uploading it to YouTube with no changes whatsoever. In my personal opinion, that's not fair use, and I would not recommend doing that. But with that being said, if you're a musician, or if you know someone who can create music videos, or you can hire someone from places like Fiverr or Upwork to create types of music, music can actually be a really good niche if you do it correctly. And a channel that is doing this correctly is this channel right here called Tim Janis. He doesn't even speak in his videos, and they're literally just music. But the reason channels like Tim Janis right here are doing this correctly is due to the fact that he's not naming his music and selling some obscure name that nobody would search for. He's targeting specific keywords within his videos. For example, beautiful, peaceful music, and this is something people are likely to search for if they want to take a nap or listen to in the background while they're relaxing. And then he simply puts some stock footage in the background of the video as if the music plays through, and you can find stock footage from all of these websites right here for completely free to use within your videos if you want to do something similar to this. Channel idea number 6 for not talking within your video is 360 videos. Now 360-degree videos are essentially videos where you can actually pan around and look around the video in 360 degrees. And to see an example of a channel that does this, you can check out this channel right here called 3DVR 360 Videos. They have over 1 million subscribers, and they create these animated 360 videos. Now if you personally don't have any animating skills, that's no worries whatsoever. You can easily hire someone on Upwork to create these types of videos for you and potentially still run a very lucrative channel. Or you can potentially buy a 360 camera like a GoPro Max and just record random things in 360 degrees. As you can see, this video right here is literally just driving around New York City with a 360-degree camera, no talking in it whatsoever, and it got 2.5 million views. So you might be hearing me talk about these view counts on all these different channels and everything, but you might be wondering how much money could these channels actually be making. And you might be very surprised to find out that some of these channels could be making a lot more than a full-time income. In fact, some of these channels can be making multiple hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars per year. And the way this works is that YouTube puts ads on your video, and you get paid a percentage for every view that you get. And if you want to see a more in-depth breakdown of this, something without your voice is walkthrough. These are essentially channels where all you have to do is walk around a certain city, videotape what's going on within the city, and this can be incredibly useful for travelers who are considering going there, or for people just to vicariously live through and want to see what a certain city is like. And these types of videos can actually get a lot of views without ever even saying a word or talking. In fact, this channel right here called Globetrotter Alpha has over 200,000 subscribers, and I just want you to guess how many videos that this channel has up. Well, it turns out this channel only has 27 videos, and they got 270,000 subscribers. In fact, I would have earned them a silver play button, like I've done right here, which you get once you pass 100,000 subscribers from YouTube. Channel idea number 8 is drawing. So for drawing tutorials, or just even speed drawing videos that people either watch to learn how to draw, or to just be entertained and watch someone draw something amazing, can actually get a lot of views, and you don't even need to talk within those videos either. In fact, this channel right here called How to Draw in Paint has got over 200,000 subscribers, and they just create these drawing videos. Now, another type of content you could do related to drawing videos would be speed drawing. So if you have any type of artistic skill whatsoever, or you know somebody who does, you can either film yourself or film them drawing certain things, speed it up super fast, people can watch it, a lot of people find it super satisfying, and a lot of these speed drawing videos can actually get millions of views. Channel idea number 9 is life hacks, and this is actually one of the top niches on all of YouTube. And the crazy thing is that you don't even have to talk within these videos. For example, the channel right here called 5 Minute Crafts doesn't even talk within their videos, and this channel was at one point one of the fastest growing channels on all of YouTube. So you don't just have to film yourself doing these certain life hacks, you can also hire somebody else to create the life hacks for you. There's even Fiverr gigs now where people offer to create these types of life hack videos, and you simply pay them a small amount, and there's a potential to make a lot more back by uploading platforms like YouTube. Channel idea number 10 is drone footage. So if you own a drone or you know somebody who does, you can fly over beautiful nature settings, cities, and other places that people are interested in, and upload it to YouTube. And a lot of these drone flight videos can actually get hundreds of thousands or millions of views. Channel idea number 11 is gardening. And there's gardening videos that actually pull in hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, and you can film yourself if you own a garden, just doing random gardening things that you might already be doing if you're into this, or partner with someone who already owns a garden, film them doing it. A lot of people find this satisfying to watch, and you can in turn potentially create a whole business out of gardening. Channel idea number 12 is technology tutorials. And you can download a completely free screen recorder like OBS Studio onto your computer, which allows you to screen record showing how to use different software or apps on your computer. And these types of videos can actually get a lot of views. For example, the channel right here called Arun Barisha has over 170,000 subscribers, doesn't even talk in any of his videos, and he just shows how to change certain settings in Windows, like how to change your desktop background, for example. And most phones nowadays even have built-in screen recorders as well, so you can potentially film yourself showing how to use different apps on your phone or different phone settings as well. Channel idea number 13 is house tours. Now, if you look up house tours on YouTube, you'll notice that a lot of them don't even talk within the house tours whatsoever, and a lot of people just like watching these to see what different houses are like. Now, one idea for doing this would be to put up an advertisement within your city looking for a realtor who has access inside of a lot of these houses, and who'd be willing to partner with you if you put a link to the house's listing within the description. That way it's a win for them, they're going to get 3 potential clients out of it, and you can potentially build a huge YouTube channel just touring houses, which can honestly be pretty fun anyways. Channel idea number 14, without your voice, is gaming walkthroughs. If you're a video gamer or you'd like to start playing video games and potentially make money from it, you don't even have to talk in your videos necessarily. For example, this Sonic the Hedgehog video game walkthrough got over 1.3 million views, and guess what? There's no talking whatsoever in the video. Now, before you go out and do this, I do recommend checking the individual game that you're thinking about playing and the copyright policy of that game, and make sure that they say that you can record the game and release it for commercial purposes. This simply means that you can then make money from your video. Alright, channel idea number 15 right here is honestly pretty insane, and that's even the fact that I found an example channel within this niche that has over 9 million subscribers. Now, the channel idea is unboxing videos. And this channel right here called The Relaxing End got over 9 million subscribers just unboxing random items, and they don't even do any talking within their videos. And as you can see, with most of their videos, they're technology items, but technology unboxings in particular can definitely do really well. Channel idea number 16, without your voice, are pet or animal videos. If you're an animal lover, this idea could potentially be really good for you, and you can simply film pets that you might already have, or find someone who owns a pet if you know a friend or family member, film them just doing crazy things, and there's tons of channels that get an insane amount of views doing this. Channel idea number 17, without your voice, are fact videos. Now, this channel right here called Dark 5 uses top 5 countdowns relating to typically mysterious subjects and the facts around them. If you go back to their early videos, you'll actually notice that they didn't even talk in them at all, yet they still got millions of views. For example, this video right here called the 5 most mysterious photos from Mars got over 20 million views, and guess what? There's no talking in the video whatsoever. It was literally just pictures and a slideshow, and then they put some text over that. You can use any of these free video editors right here, no matter if you're using a Windows, computer, Mac, or just using your phone to edit together videos just like this. Channel idea number 18 without your voice are workout videos. If you yourself do certain workouts, or you know somebody who does, or can partner with somebody who does, you can potentially grow a huge YouTube channel. For example, this channel right here called Colin the Creator got over 250,000 subscribers just filming himself doing certain workouts, and he doesn't even talk within his videos. Channel idea number 19 are yoga videos. So just like workout videos, you can also film yourself doing yoga, or if you can partner with somebody who does this, this can also be incredibly lucrative. Channel idea number 20 without your voice are airplane spotting videos. If you live near an airport, or you can travel to go to one in order to film airplanes, you can actually just upload these videos to YouTube and potentially make a lot of money. For example, this channel right here called HD Melbourne Aviation has nearly 500,000 subscribers, and they literally just film airplanes taking off and landing. And just like people are into watching airplanes take off and land, there's another group of people who are very into just watching cool cars drive around, and that brings me to our 21st channel idea, which is car spotting videos. And if you search car spotting on YouTube, you'll notice that there's tons of videos with over 100,000 views on them, literally just filming cool cars driving around. If you went to like a local car meet or something like that, you could potentially find a lot of cool cars to record, and potentially make a whole channel out of doing this. Channel idea number 22 without your voice are cruise ship walkthroughs. If you ever go on a cruise, make sure to bring your video camera and potentially do a tour around the ship, just filming what it's like, because these videos can actually pull in millions of views, and they don't require any talking whatsoever. Channel idea number 23 without your voice are farming videos. And this channel right here called Farm Channel got over 300,000 subscribers, just filming themselves doing certain things around their farm. And if you personally own a farm, or you know somebody who does, you can partner with them and create a whole profitable business and YouTube channel around this. Channel idea number 24 are experiment videos. Now these things are videos like testing out certain science experiments that might be interesting to watch, and channels like Max Hacks right here does this. They got nearly 1 million subscribers doing this. They don't even do any talking within their videos, just filming these cool little experiments. Channel idea number 25 without your voice are fishing videos. If you're into fishing, or you know somebody who is, you can potentially create a fishing channel just like this one right here called How It's Possible, which has nearly 2 million subscribers just filming fishing videos without ever even speaking. Channel idea number 26 is outdoor videos. And you can potentially just film yourself doing certain things outdoors, for example gardening, showing how to survive in the wilderness, etc., and pull in a lot of views and potentially make a lot of money. And this channel right here called DIY Garden Channel just shows how to plant certain trees and plants and get them to grow, and they don't even talk within their videos, and they get 23 million views per month. Idea number 27 is scuba diving. Channels just like this one called The Almighty produce scuba diving videos, and when they're actually underwater, they just strap a GoPro to their head, they're doing like treasure hunting and finding stuff underwater, and he got 13 million subscribers on his channel, and he doesn't even talk in the video in the portion that he's actually underwater. But you can also do treasure hunting above water too, on land, if that's something you're interested in. For example, you can do metal detector videos or stuff like that, and you don't even necessarily have to talk within your videos. And treasure hunting is our 28th channel idea, and our 29th channel idea is primitive building videos. And you may see channels just like this one, which got over 10 million subscribers producing these videos, where they never even talk within the video, but they just film them doing cool stuff outdoors. And you might not have the skills that these primitive builder people do, however, you could potentially partner with someone who does. For example, I don't know how to do all the animation and editing on the dozen or so YouTube channels I run. The only way I'm able to do that is by hiring people who actually help me make these videos. But channels just like this one called Survival Builder do just this, showing these primitive building techniques. They got over 10 million subscribers. Well, another thing you could potentially do is show how to survive in the wilderness or create general survival videos, and they don't even necessarily need to include talking. Channel idea number 30 without your voice are satisfying videos. And this channel right here called Oddly Satisfying got over 2 million subscribers, which have earned them a gold play button just like I got right here, which you get from YouTube once you hit a million subscribers. And they just produce these quote-unquote satisfying videos, just doing completely random things like cleaning things or cutting things open. It turns out a lot of people find these videos satisfying, so they can potentially do really well, and you can build a whole business around this. Channel idea number 31 is woodworking videos. And this channel right here called H Partner produces these woodworking videos, just building random things around the house like tables or cabinets. And this channel, without ever even talking in any of their videos, pulls in 4.4 million views per month, which could potentially be a lot of money. In fact, given a $5 RPM, which is how much a channel makes per 1,000 views, this channel would be making $22,000 per month just from ad revenue alone. Channel idea number 32 is paper airplane or origami videos. In fact, you can film yourself just creating paper airplanes or even origami stuff that you can learn how to do online and get a lot of views. And this channel right here called Paper Airplanes channel doesn't even talk in most of their videos, and they get over 4 million views per month just showing how to fold paper airplanes. So if you're making paper airplanes, this could potentially be a good channel for you. Channel idea number 33 without your voice or talking is travel videos. And this channel right here called the Luxury Travel Expert doesn't even talk in any of his videos, and he just films going around cool luxurious places, and his channel gets over 2 million just traveling the world and filming your adventures. Now if you do one of these channel ideas without your voice, literally one day before I turned 20. So I can say that I was a millionaire as a teenager for one day. And believe me, I know it still looks like I'm a teenager, but I'm actually 22 years old, and the things that I did as a teenager set me up potentially for the rest of my life. And it's because of those things that I did within my teens that I now make millions of dollars per year. Now whether you're a teenager or literally any age, I truly believe that these 10 money tips will help you a ton. Now in this video, I'm going to be telling you the truth, and sometimes the truth isn't necessarily what you want to hear. And almost every single YouTube video that you watch out there is going to be telling you that the best way to become a millionaire is to invest your money in stocks and real estate, and while that does work long term, there's absolutely no way that you're going to become a millionaire in your teens by doing those things. And that brings me to tip number 1, which is to focus on income. You cannot save your way to becoming a millionaire as a teenager if you're not making a lot of money. And if you make a lot of money, you can both live an epic life and save a ton of money as well. And trust me, I know that feeling of being a teenager and not knowing what I was going to do with my life. I dreaded hearing my alarm clock go off every single day, being forced to go to school, learn about things that I really didn't want to learn about. And I'm not knocking school whatsoever. I think a lot of the people there have the best intentions for kids, and they really do their best, but I don't think it's a perfect fit for everybody. And just telling you based off of my personal experience, I hated it. And then on top of that, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. So here I am having an existential crisis of sorts at only 14 years old, no idea what I was going to do. But what I did see was that there's people on YouTube making millions of dollars traveling the world, and they're every age. There's teenagers, there's old people. So this at least opened my mind that something else was possible. And now let me ask you a question. Would you rather make $3,000 per month, live on $2,000 a month, and save $1,000? Or would you rather make $100,000 per month, spend $20,000 and live an epic life, and save $80,000? Now, obviously, everybody's going to choose the second, and I don't blame you, I do as well. But most people don't even realize that that's possible. And you might even be hearing my words right now, not even letting it sink in, that this is a possibility with the tools that you and I have access to online. And obviously, I'm biased because I made this video, but I truly believe that watching videos just like this one are going to set you up for the long term. So I do think it's a wise investment of your time. And I'm here to tell you that this is possible, and that brings me to tip number 2, which is to start an online business. Now, starting a business is not for everybody by any means. But with that being said, if you're here watching this video right now, you're probably the type of person who would benefit from at least considering starting an online business. The next obvious question that tormented me as a teenager was wondering what kind of business should I start? There's thousands of options out there. I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. Now check out this video right here to see what is, in my opinion, the smartest way to make $10,000 per month online. Now basically what I did as a teenager was what I saw other people doing, which was running YouTube channels, but probably not the way that you think. You see, I ran YouTube channels where I never even showed my face or step in front of the camera for a variety of reasons. Number 1, I was super awkward. Number 2, a lot of the YouTube channels that I watched were people who never even showed their face, doing top 10 lists and stuff like that. And that brings me to tip number 3, which is to learn a high income skill. Now there's a ton of high income skills out there, and let me let you in on a little secret. Almost all of them can work. You're going to find people succeeding in almost every business model imaginable. But with that all being said, I do think some are smarter than others. And the one that I personally chose as a teenager was running those faceless YouTube channels. These are YouTube channels where you either make the videos or you pay other people to do them for you. Now since I was a teenager, I obviously made them myself in the beginning, recording the voiceovers myself, writing the scripts and editing them together and uploading them online. I basically treat YouTube as a game during this time period, just trying to get incrementally better every single day, making a new video every single day on my channel. And the way it works is you upload those videos to YouTube, you optimize them, and then you make money from ads that YouTube puts on the videos, and you get paid a percentage of that ad revenue. And this is how I got to my first $3,000 per month online at the age of 15, doing all the work myself. And the reason that I consider this a high income skill is because there's leverage. You see, you make the videos one time, and those videos live in perpetuity into the future. So people can literally watch your video 5, 10 years from now, and you'll still be paid from it. In fact, I still make money from videos that I uploaded back when I was just 15. Now obviously I'm biased, I think YouTube is one of the best high income skills out there that you can learn. And if you want to learn a little bit more about YouTube, you can check out this video right here, which shows how to do YouTube step by step. Take a little free course for you. But there's a ton of high income skills out there, and that brings me to tip number 4, which is thinking about the future. You see, many of us fall into predetermined roles that society gives us. And if you don't actively think about your future and your dreams, then you'll most likely fall into helping someone else's dream become a reality. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But if you're watching this video, you're probably a little bit different, and you're probably like me. And if you really take the time to think about this, especially as a teenager, you might find that you have your own dreams that you want to make become a reality. And something that helped me a lot as a teenager was imagining my life 10 years from now. What would be the absolute ideal life? And I imagined myself at about 15 at the time, at 25 years old, having all of my dreams come true, having bought the submarine, which is one of my biggest dreams, running huge profitable YouTube channels, and getting a gold plate on for getting over 1 million subscribers from YouTube, which actually did end up happening, and it's right there, traveling the world, buying a huge house, having great friends and family, and more. So my recommendation is to set aside at least a little bit of time into thinking about what you really want in life. Because a lot of us just go through life, doing one task that we're given after the next, until eventually we lead a life that we're not completely fulfilled by. So I do recommend thinking about this, especially if you're young, if you're a teenager, because obviously it applies at any age. Just think about the ideal life that you want. Take a day, take a couple days to really think about this, and write down what you want, because it'll serve you for the rest of your life. Tip number 5 is to teach something. Now once you learn a high income skill, in addition to actually doing that skill, I also recommend teaching it as soon as possible. They might be asking, Matt, what do you mean by teaching it? Well, what I simply mean is recording a course step by step, showing exactly how to do what you know how to do. And I recommend just taking a month, recording videos step by step, teaching it everything you know about the skill that you learned. And trust me, this will be the most profitable month of your entire life. You will make money from this if you do this right for years and years into the future. And think about what a course is at the end of the day. A course is just a collection of videos.